I like to read because it can take you to different places.
I like to read because you can imagine a lot of wonderful things.
Reading is rocking.
When our kindergartners first come to us, they are at different reading levels and might have the ability to sound out words, but are still beginning readers. Once a child starts reading independently, sometimes parents tend to push them into reading at a higher level where the reading content is not age appropriate. Instead of reading up, try enriching them with vocabulary words and reading a variety of books at grade level. This builds confidence and comprehension skills, which will instill a love of lifelong reading.
You should read books for your age because some of the words you might not understand what they mean. Books for every single grade and for your level. You understand the story. So that's why I think you should read books for your age.
You should read books for your age because if you read books that aren't for your age and are for a higher level, you won't understand them, and there might be not appropriate words for your age, and that's why there's books for different ages.
I think reading along their age level, a child allows himself to have authentic reading experiences. For a child, it represents real life experiences that they have at that particular age. It also encourages a love of reading because it allows them to be successful. They're reading on their age level. I think the most important part for me is when they read across their grade level and their age, they are removing or it removes the pressure of competing against their fellow classmates. And once the pressure is removed, then they can really focus on the most important thing with reading, which is having fun and enjoying.
It is important to read books for your age because you may not understand the words that they use in the sentences, but the way they put the sentences together into humor.
It is important to pick books for your age because you may not understand the slang and you may not understand the humor and you may become confused in the middle of it.
Choosing books that are age appropriate is what really helps the kids find the joy in reading. They understand what they're reading. They have discovered this year that many of the words that we've discussed in the classroom they're finding in the books, and that's exciting. The vocabulary is perfect. The plots are easily understood but complex enough that they feel like they're becoming better writers based upon the books that they read. And one student in particular who didn't care for reading so much earlier in the year has discovered the Matt Christopher series, and because he was earlier trying to read some of the Harry Potter books, he wasn't ready for them, but now that he understands these sports books and he loves to read, and he's taken it from there to another level. And in our class, we don't have a problem really with the kids choosing above their level because they understand the joy of reading and what the books of appropriate age level can do, and that's great when they discover that and don't try to compete. It's not about competing, it's about opening a door to a new land that you're curious about.
It's important that you read age-appropriate books because it's hard to focus on it when you don't know what's happening.
It's important that you read books that are age-appropriate for you because they might take a really long time to read if they're not. And over time, you might forget what has happened.
Exposing students to literature and media that is above their age-appropriate level just opens up a whole lot of opportunity for them to act older, to be older, and to be exposed to older materials at a time when we want them to stay innocent, we want them to stay young, we want them to explore all of the things that are meant for them.
Reading is fantastic because it takes you to other places.
Reading is awesome because I love reading.